Hello, and welcome to November's horoscope readings. I'm Heather from Heal with Heather Kristen. Today I'm going to get us started with a card reading, a traditional card reading for the overarching energy of November. I am going to use the Nature's Whispers Oracle deck. And then I'm going to follow it up with each of the horoscopes. So those are separate videos, so just hang tight. And for those videos, I'm going to use my own deck, which is available via app. So let's get started with what November is going to bring, the energy at least. So I'm feeling this is going to be a month that focuses on our solar plexus chakra, empowering ourselves. I've been feeling for a while now that 2022 is going to bring some change. If you've watched my last couple months of horoscope readings, a few of the horoscope readings have made mention of lots of changes coming and preparing for a new life, new beginnings in 2022. And a lot of it is centered on our life path and moving into lives that really follow our soul and not our ego or, our desires that we've learned coming into this life, from coming into this life. Our soul path is more of what our destiny is, I guess you could say. What we were meant to do, what we came here to do, and following our energy, following what we're wanting to do, some of our passions and where our heart lies, and empowering ourselves to do so is going to be a major part of this process. And so the empowerment factor that's coming up for me right now, and then I'm feeling going into November, is going to be a big part of this transition to get us onto our soul's path. Okay, and these are just not popping out today. What else do we have? Okay. I feel like November is also going to be kind of a time of quiet. Of course, Novembers don't always feel that way because it's coming up on the holidays and they can be hectic. A lot of jobs are having you finish out the requirements for the year. So November can be hectic, but I'm feeling it's a time for some inner reflection. And my cards are falling on the floor. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Cards go everywhere and everything falls apart. Okay, so let's see our cards. Start with laughter. Okay. This is always a good one, always necessary, laughter. Allowing ourselves to have fun, to be carefree, is an important step in allowing us to follow our childish dreams. And I don't mean childish dreams in a negative way. I mean childish dreams as a lot of our desires and passions that we've had or since childhood, or that we developed during childhood, or that we came into this life with, are actually pieces of our soul. They're pieces of our soul path that our souls wanted us to do when we came into this life. So if we align with our childish selves, our not childish as in child, immature, but our childlike selves, we can sometimes bring back those memories and reconnect with those passions that will help guide us toward our soul path and our destiny. And I don't like saying destiny necessarily very lightly, because sometimes people misconstrue that. What I mean by destiny is what our souls wanted us to do in this life. So it may not be something particular or some certain thing. It's not necessarily the universe guiding us, although it of course it helps. But when we came into this life, it was what our soul wanted. It was something that we were meant to do to help mankind, or to help ourselves with karma, to help release past family energy, all sorts of things that we could have done coming into this life. However, our soul is wanting us to do whatnot. So laughter is going to help with this. It's going to help guide you, allowing yourself to be laughter, or to have laughter, to be childlike. It's going to help you align with the energy that will put you on your soul's path. Okay? Sorry for all of that bumbling and tripping over my words. Contemplation. Yes, I was feeling some energy of inner reflection. Okay, so when I take it with this, I think there's going to be some insights coming in November. You're going to have some past memories coming up, some new things coming up. I want to say opportunities, but I don't necessarily feel any big, amazing opportunities coming our way, but I do feel maybe that the idea for opportunity is there. Perhaps people we know do something, or they get something and we're like, ooh, I kind of want that for myself, or I really want to do this thing that I've wanted to do for the last 20 years, and I put it off, and now I finally want to do it. How am I going to get there? So I think the contemplation is coming up when we feel change on the horizon. It may not necessarily be in our lap, but we're feeling it coming, and it's causing us to stir our ideas and our passions, and something within us is changing. And so November, I am feeling, has that energy that we are thinking about those things, and we're saying, okay, maybe this is an actual possibility that I can do, or that I can go, or maybe, I can change in this way. So some inner thought, internal things going on this month. And also, if there are some heavy thoughts, this is where the laughter is going to help you out, to help you relax and to have fun and to bring joy into your life. And when you're trying to manifest, when you're trying to create things, having joy is a huge manifester. It's a huge part of manifesting. So whatever you're dreaming about, whatever you're contemplating about, joy is going to help you in the long run get there and manifest that for yourself. Now, last card, potential gateway. Potential gateway. So it's there. What you're wanting to create, what you're wanting to do with your life, or the potential at least. I don't think we might necessarily see it next month. Some of you may get some inkling, some of you may get some energy coming your way for that. But the feeling I have is that what you're doing through contemplation, and you mix that in with your joy, you are creating a portal for yourself. You're creating a gateway to live the life that you desire. Okay. And I really feel that this is coming or more opening up um, around the new calendar year, maybe end of December, January, as the year energetically closes out. But some of us could start seeing it come November, come December, because the one of our New Year's just is about to happen on October 31st. So sometimes the feeling is the calendar year. Other times I get feelings for the Witch's New Year. So I, there could be some openings between November and December. So for some of you, you could start see these coming into November. For some of you, it may be closer to January timeframe. Okay, so there's energy on the horizon, lots of change energy on the horizon. Um, really start focusing in on what you want to bring into your life, what you might want to change, what you might want to create for yourself. We are really moving into a time of being able to manifest what we desire, manifest our dreams. Of course, that does need to align with our soul's desires. Okay, so some of us may be starting to manifest or wanting to manifest things that don't necessarily align. And you might have some trouble doing that because when we try to manifest what doesn't align, it doesn't always work out for us. It doesn't align energetically with what our soul desires. And even sometimes when we do manifest what we desire, it doesn't always create the fulfilling feelings. It doesn't always work out the way we want it to. There's a reason behind that. And if things aren't aligned with our soul's desires, they may not work out in the earthbound sense. So make sure that when you're wanting to manifest something, that it brings you joy, that you get joy from it, and you're not manifesting out of a I should, or coming from a place of this is what I want because I've been taught to want this. This is what I want because I should want it. Things like that. So anyway, this is the overarching energy for November. Hang tight, and I will be back with each of the horoscope readings for November. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to November. Your cards for the month are okay. As an indigo myself, and also the parent of an indigo, I feel this situation very strongly. Okay? There is someone in your life that is an indigo. They are headstrong, they are challenging, they probably make you want to tear your hair out at times. Whether this is a child, parent, a friend, a loved one, someone you're in a relationship with, these people, indigos have a very, very strong energy. Sorry. Indigos have a very strong energy, and indigos have a very strong urge to do what they please because they have a very strong connection to what their soul's purpose is. Okay, they are here to make change. They are here to create change in the world. That is their mission, and they feel it very, very strongly. They usually likely have a very strong sense of they don't like authority. They opposition to authority. They're often come across or they're often found to be ADHD. Indigos are, all of this is part of their purpose. It's part of what makes them perfect for the mission that they're here to do on Earth, okay? for all of us, indigos can be very challenging. And it can be a struggle for some people dealing with them, especially when you're the parent of one. And I understand that very much. So the important thing to remember with indigos is that they do have a very strong mission here. They do have an important role in changing how society looks at things, how people look at things, how we do things. But they can get out of control too. So the advice card, the control card, it's a very fine line for indigos. It is very challenging parenting one or being in a relationship one, because you have to be able to allow them some self-control, to regulate their self-control. But of course you need to exert some control, because they could walk all over you. Okay? So you have to kind of let them do their own thing, but within reason. Okay? Now, the challenge is divine feminine. The divine feminine is unending love. It's unconditional love, okay? The divine feminine is magic and passion and beauty. The divine feminine energy is kind of that of a mother. It's unconditional love. It is supportive. It is nurturing. All of us can have it. We don't have to be female, okay? It is just a very motherly, affectionate, nurturing, compassionate love, okay? So whatever indigo is in your life, and this could be you too, you need to find a balance between the love and the control, between possibly if you are the indigo in question, or it's regulating yourself and loving yourself at the same time. Don't be hard on yourself. And this can go to everyone. Don't be hard on them necessarily. They need the love and affection and the nurturing. But the control you exert over them needs to be somewhat supportive, okay? Indigos are also very sensitive, okay? Indigos are often light workers, and so they have this very loving, light way about them. And as they are young, it is very important to give them love and support without damaging their psyche and damaging their light, okay? So, whether they're young, it's very important they're young, but there could be when, as they get older too, they still have that sensitivity. And another thing, sorry, I'm getting all sorts of information, so I'm popping all over the place, and I apologize. I'm really confusing right now. I'm confusing myself. So my guides want to jump in. It's not just the young ones. The adult indigo children too are very easily damaged. Now, the older ones, as we get older, we've often developed a way to not be as sensitive. We have, hardened our skin to allow people to kind of, be more harsh. But indigos as children are very, very sensitive often. And it is very challenging to try to exert some control over them while continuing to come from a nurturing, loving place, and helping them grow into the people that they're supposed to be, while keeping them safe and teaching them how to be safe and how to live safely and successfully all at the same time. It is very challenging. Um, so, whether they're young or old, it is essential that you approach indigos as a loving, nurturing person. Okay? So, first this month, figure out maybe who the person is, the indigo is in your life that um, you're being guided to help or interact with. It could be someone at work. It could be, a work situation. It could be a home situation. It could be a friend situation. Maybe your child. Maybe yourself. But the challenge is, the main focus for you is to approach this person with compassion and love and nurturing energy, while still trying to teach them, show them either what you need, what they need, what will help them, what will keep them safe, what maybe your relationship needs, etc. Okay? So, I'm so sorry. My voice this morning is killing me. So the final advice is the control. Just be careful how much you control, how much you exert control over them. Okay, they are their own people. They need to be their own people for a purpose. They have a very distinct purpose. You cannot control them. You can help teach them how to control themselves. You can love, of course, love, nurture, but just do be very careful with the control and how much control you're exerting over them. And that's going to be your main focus, your main challenge for November, because there is an indigo in your life somewhere. So, okay, sending lots of love, and I will see you back here in December.